My name's Hadaya. I live in Los Angeles, and this has been the most life-changing trip of my life. Ayahuasca is something that I wanted to experience for the past 10 years, but it was just something on the list, really more so of like an adventure. But kind of as I grew, I started really taking it more seriously and really putting it more so in the category of therapy. I knew nothing about setting intentions or anything. I didn't know the process, but as I set those intentions, those kind of came naturally also. And every question that I asked was really answered, and much more, in fact. So now I really feel like prepared and equipped with what I'm going to do when I get home, and also who I'm going to be when I get home. My favorite parts of the week were basically after every ayahuasca ceremony the following day, we'd have these sharing circles, and they were good for multiple reasons. They were good because you were able to recap just the mind-blowing experiences that you had the night before. So it allowed you to, it was like restudying for a test, and it helped to make everything that you learned stick. It was also good to kind of just get a load off and laugh about some of the really heavy things that you survived. And then also it was really dope just like listening to everybody else's experiences, because it was like you grew times 8 because their epiphanies ended up being yours as well. If you really kind of just listen, everybody was connected. As far as the maestros themselves, yeah, they just like embodied so many different like centuries of knowledge and just richness, and people that you miss and that and like a million encyclopedias all at once. Like they just had all of the answers while also kind of staying a little distant, so that you had to like kind of figure things out for yourself. And there wasn't, they don't hold your hand, but at the same time they do. It's weird. Paula and her team, like shout out to them for just really being amazing judges of character, because it was a small group. There were 8 of us. Everybody was completely different, came from a completely different background, age, just, everything. But all of those different personalities worked so well together. They were just with us side by side the whole entire time. And, there were organized conversations, there were side conversations, there was always somebody just to like, identify with and grow with continuously. Every single moment from when we arrived was really mapped out. It almost felt overwhelming sometimes, but it was all kind of like we were soldiers training for this like big event, and it all made sense in the end. She really thought it all out. She thought out every single detail, and I really value her for that. If anybody asked me whether they should come on the retreat, my answer would be yes, because they're interested. It's just about having that little, if you have the tiniest amount of interest, I would say yes. Everything that you experience here is going to be so different that you might question it and it might be laughable, but it's real. And kind of the more real you take it, the more you'll transform into who you want to be, and the more you can really do anything after that. Even though it's a little scary, kind of going back to the normal world after I feel so different, I feel like I have a huge support circle and just really feel good about things. It definitely feels like, the cliche saying of the first day of the rest of my life, like everything starts now.